Like, it's been so long ago since we started.
I
It
know.
has
Alright.
been.
Also, we're live.
Yay.
Hello, out there in TV land. Beautiful place to be. Good night. Good TV. Good night if I cut out. I was doing like reference. I am funny.
Yes,
Yes.
you are. And
We are live.
yes.
B. I mean, well, yeah.
Hello, Mr. Shadier. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Shadier.
Just comes in ambiguous robot raptor noises. Best intro. Yes, our intros are indeed the best. Hello, Cameron. New phone, who dis? How are y'all doing today?
Welcome back to Brainlet Reads the Worst Book Ever. The dinosaur who paid him to read the worst book ever, and the mega brainlet who volunteered to do this.
I want to say none of that's true, but empirical evidence.
There's no defending ourselves here.
My jokes are original and hilarious. Yes, both true statements.
New
Well,
bot is upon us.
what upon us?
We have none to claim, but the story.
Oh,
We've got none to blame but us.
yeah, it sounded like you said
Yeah.
rhubarb upon us.
No, I'm just bad at speaking,
It's not that you're bad at
and I got
speaking,
bad
it's the mic again.
and my internet. Because I live in the middle of nowhere. Like, as in the actual middle of nowhere. If I'm Coach Cowley Dog.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are you
I'm just
neighbors of Courage, Eustace, and Muriel?
I was, but they
Nice.
disappeared.
No.
And no one knew what happened to them. Maybe they moved. Maybe named this picks after that one episode where they turned into puppets. I don't know.
Rhubarb upon us, the latest indie.
How now one cow. Oh, the Great Fusellini, 1999.
Yes. Alright, so, where the fuck is everyone else?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Someone go threaten them.
Are they out there having lives? The fuck?
That is unacceptable.
Tell them that if they don't get into the stream right now,
Okay, I see
no ice cream for dinner.
Discord members who are online right now: Toby, Gila, Darius, Millie, and Najee.
Get in now. I don't mean you will just see us suffer and give us and views.
Don't
Because
worry, I'm abusing them and to get in here.
we crave attention and good.
Not that we're not thrilled that Mr. Shadier and Cameron are here.
Of course. No, but thanks for showing up, guys. We don't know where everyone is.
The stream has turned into a call-out post.
Oh yeah.
How do you think I've gotten this far with my channel? By guilting people.
6 more minutes and we're gonna turn it into a exposed video.
I don't know what we're going to
Exposed
expose
video.
quite yet, but we will.
I think we've had.
Norman.
So you made the Discord in what, February? So that's
That's
5 months worth of tea.
yeah.
We've got it.
No, that's 4 months.
Well, when you count the February itself, February was a whole month.
But you can't. Yeah, actually, though, it was February 9th I opened it. And
And today's the 10th.
So it's been 4 months and 1 day.
No, February, March, April, May, and June. When you count all of them together, that's 5.
But June hasn't been up yet.
It was it would have made 5 months as of yesterday.
Our baby's getting so old. That is if I mean. It's getting old.
Quite a bit of it. Nice. Yes, you have. I mean, I started YouTube sooner than that. Started YouTube, I think. Who cares? If I don't look, it's going to annoy me. It is. Oh. As of the 7th, I've been doing this for a year now.
Yay.
Nice.
Should we just get started then and see if anyone trickles in?
I suppose.
Maybe they've officially just are done with us. Or at least Theresa. Can you blame them?
Yeah. All right. Chapter 20. 3 very busy weeks had passed, and it was time to raise the land bridge to Crete. When did we establish that was happening?
They
I think
mentioned a
last chapter, but who
bridge at
cares?
some point. I don't think they mentioned Crete,
Yeah,
but
yeah, they definitely did not. I'll be honest, I started watching because the BCP crew wasn't streaming, and I was like, do I know anyone from those streams? That Bean Daddy Mandela chap seems nice. I'll see what he's up to. Well, thank you. I was streaming at that exact time. Ah, destiny. It was going to be a mile wide and 620 miles long. Why? When Steve and I met Blair and Schertzer in London, I thought raising the land bridge would be simple. No, of course it's not going to be simple, and we're going to get several paragraphs describing how you did it. Have you seen those films where divers retrieve ancient Greek treasures from sunken ships?
no, because I'm not a
No.
nerd.
No,
I mean, I am,
No.
but not that kind of nerd.
I assume the Mediterranean's depth was only 100 feet. Why would you assume that? What is wrong with
You're so dumb, Theresa. Why are you so dumb? I can't believe you.
It turned out that
You're so
was
dumb.
only along the coasts. Further research showed the Mediterranean was mostly a mile deep. Raising, what is that in quotes, land bridge at that depth would cause too much disturbance to the sea's floor. Why is sea capitalized? And also, Now you're worried about disturbing something? Now. Not, not when you destroy the entire ecosystem?
Or got rid of a season, pretty much destroyed Antarctica, caused God knows how many ice quakes, and shifted how God knows how many tectonic plates, thereby causing massive earthquakes and as a result tsunamis.
Trees won't stop until 70% of all life on Earth is dead. They can so that life can be replaced by shocks,
Yes.
land shocks.
Street sharks, you might say.
No, land shock.
No, seriously, there was a cartoon called The Street Sharks.
I know about street shocks. I just do not like street shocks.
That's good. That means you're safe. Something
Good.
more complicated was needed.
Oh, goody.
I'm already regretting this. I'd already used a HAL program to move a snake-like string of gold from the North Pole over North America down to Fort Knox. Modify the
Yeah, we know
program to
about
bring
this.
silver to a British Army post.
Yeah, we
Now,
know, and you caused a massive world economic collapse.
now I modified the program to build the land bridge. I started the HAL program. I didn't want to catch some boat by surprise, so I programmed HAL to raise it starting at the Israeli end, and gradually move out to Crete. Scherzer and his people crowded on the shore watching the bridge up 50 feet above the Mediterranean Sea. Oh my god! It's the parting of the Red Sea.
What? Oh, we're
Scherzer
not
and
going
all
there. Please
Scherzer and
tell
all
me
the
we're not going
Israelis are standing
in
at
there.
on the shore watching a path through the ocean open up.
Oh no, we're not going there. Please don't go there.
He's gone there.
I don't. Oh god. Oh god. Oh fuck.
I feel sick right now. Here's how the program worked. Oh, now I feel
I don't
worse.
care. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care. We don't care.
Cameron. Oh. Oh no.
I think Shadier left, by the way, so thank you, Cameron, for being the only one in chat right now. Thank you for your loyalty, Cam. We love you.
We do. I'll grab some of the limitless mud on the floor. It is not limitless, you jackass.
And for the record, Shadier, if you come back to watch this at a later point, we don't blame you. This isn't a call out on you.
Slide into a stream of it a mile wide and move the stream in the air from the Atlantic over the Mediterranean to Israel. First, the water was shallow, and the bridge broke the surface quickly. As the water got deeper, it took longer to break the surface. I changed the program to parameters to slow down the flying stream's progress. The media had helicopters and boats watching the bridge's progress, kept me informed how much to speed up or slow down the program, build a nice, evenly high bridge all the way to Crete. The whole process took 2 weeks. God, there was enough room on the bridge for all the Israelis within hours if they needed to evacuate immediately because the mud of the sea surface was 50 feet deep. The water's pressure made the water move to the lower mud pile very quickly. Finally, another program I'd written scraped the top of this mud pile into a flat surface. Some of the Israelis cheered. Others weren't so happy. I wonder why. With this cheering, I'm just imagining it was like the guys at the one video game convention, like the ones who were obviously hired to cheer at the announcement that was made.
Which announcement?
I don't remember. It was like
Care.
I don't remember which company it was. Like, they announced like some new thing for their console, and then they paused for everyone to applaud and stuff. But it was just like these two guys in the front row were like, "Yeah, woo!" and everyone else was just dead silent.
Also, Cam says that he's going to be showering a minute, still listening, but just won't be in the
Oh,
chat.
okay. So yeah, it's like, will you go probably? Oh, I have to wash my hair that evening. Thanks, Cam. Thanks. Go wash your hair. No, please come back. We need you. We love you.
They're still going to be listening. They just won't be interacting in the chat.
They're just saying hooray in a monitor. uh,
Don't
not a,
scare off our one viewer right
Away.
now.
Away. Away.
whoa, Raptor. Getting too excited there. That third one was just over the top.
Away.
That's more like
It was
not
just
all.
saying away, like just in a just in stock sound effect, like away. Yay.
Yeah, one guy's literally just holding like a
Like
recorder
from a
with
wheel
that
game.
on it. Yeah. Uh, Not all of them wanted to leave, no matter what the OPEC situation descended to.
Imagine
Yeah,
that.
okay, again, I have to point out, I am reading this verbatim. Yeah, well, when they saw a gun pointing at their children's heads, they would change their minds. Jesus Christ. Fucking passive aggressive. They wanted to sacrifice their own lives for a hopeless cause? Fine, but they
So,
had children
what
to
you're
worry about.
saying is, Bhutan, I'm sorry to interrupt, but what Bhutan is saying here, if you want to sacrifice their own lives for a hopeless cause, fine. You mean their religion?
Their homeland?
You mean their entire Jewish faith? Because that's what's tying them to Israeli. It's the belief that this was their promised land. Their whole religion is a hopeless cause. Why? Because
Um,
it's not Christianity?
I hear the chat calling me. It's Zen. I know. I'll stick it out.
Honestly, fuck you, Bhutan.
Yeah.
Like, I've
Honestly,
been
yeah,
trying to be pretty polite thus far, but you know what?
Polite
Go
to
fuck
Bhutan.
yourself.
I've been having
What
a good few days. Really good, actually. And I actually feel better now, knowing that for certain I will never be even half as bad as normally bad. So, the only alternative was for me to kill millions of their enemies. I wasn't going to do that. Oh, well, a couple of people have told me that's simply not true. With the new Jewish island, Atlantic, the land bridge decreed in place, there was no longer hiding the plans I made with Prime Minister Scherzer. No, there probably is. People are probably still watching going, what the fuck is this? It was obvious that we were preparing for evacuation. Freaked. Okay. Politicians in the Israeli parliament and people in the streets vigorously debated the issue. I didn't follow it much. When the choice had to be made, people would do what they had to stay alive. Next day, Blair showed up at. You
Sorry,
know,
I need to just say, it's pretty amazing just how much people are willing to sacrifice in the name of their religious convictions.
yeah,
So, which is why both the Israelis and everyone else in Israel isn't budging,
yeah.
neither side.
But no. If Theresa says it's okay, time to go. Well, uh,
It's
um,
just so incredibly juvenile, this man's mentality of like, why don't they just leave?
and I'm no longer going to be uh, calling this the Parker estate. I'm going to call it what it is now. The next day, Blair showed up at the Hartley compound with a really big surprise.
A representative from Saudi Arabia wants to meet you in Geneva, Switzerland. Oh,
I was frozen for a
that
moment.
Rudy's not watching the stream because they don't want Switzerland's good name to be besmirched by this book.
Uh,
What did Woody do?
I was frozen
Not
for a
coming.
moment. The idea of negotiating with these blackmailers had never occurred to me.
Oh yeah. Will you be there?
Hang on. Where did we leave? Where were we? Sorry.
No, it will be you.
And this is me?
Yeah.
No.
Wait. No, yours is will you be there?
Oh.
Okay.
Wait, what?
It would be nice if it actually said who was speaking.
So, will you be there?
Hello, Macaron. Thanks
No.
for joining us.
Oh, hello, Macalon. Thank you. We've been so lonely in this torture chamber of Theresa.
Thank you for joining us.
It is much appreciated.
Anyway, no, it will be you and the Saudi alone, except for a neutral Swiss officer who happens to have a TV forehead. They're in consideration of your gender and age.
You can't be serious, Mr. Blair. I'm only 18. I'm supposed to
That doesn't stop you
negotiate with
from
an expert.
reshaping our entire planet, you bitch.
I'm supposed to negotiate with this expert. Finally, the first reasonable thing ever uttered in this book.
Yep.
You don't have to agree to anything the first day. These meetings occur in many sessions over several days. We will be there between sessions. Tell us the latest proposal, and we will advise you.
Why don't you just go in there with her then?
I'm
Because that would
lazy.
make sense.
Why am I talking to a Saudi Arabian instead of OPEC? Anyone else think that sounds just slightly demeaning? Why am I talking to a Saudi Arabian?
A bit more than slightly, yeah.
Different. Just no one just really came out here and be like, a different race is cringe. This is satire. This is not black and white beliefs. Anyway, Saudi Arabia is considered a friend of the United States. The
It
two
is?
countries
News to me.
cooperated fully in the Persian Gulf War. Mind you, they're not close friends. There are serious disagreements. Saudi Arabia has some influence in the Arab world, but it's limited. Some Arab countries hate each other more than the United States, but all agree that they are in the same lifeboat on the global stage. This is all very vague. I'm sure, but the Saudi will come to Geneva to get something. I will point out that if what he suggests is agreeable to us, then he is our friend.
I
What?
love it. So if he says something we agree with, then he will be friends with him. That's literally what he just said.
Yep. Gee, why doesn't every world leader just call Norman Bhutan to solve all of their problems for them? Clearly, he has all the answers.
Hmm. What will he ask for?
We believe it will begin with the Oyo Island. We, on page, think he will propose that the Oyo Island be administered by a consortium of nations. To make this acceptable to you, he will suggest it be administered by all countries that drill oil, whether or not they export it. This would include the United States, Canada, Mexico, England, Brazil, Russia, China, many others. The purpose is to control the supply so as to keep the price at a fairly profitable level. Every country will want to do this, obviously.
But I lose control of the island.
Yes,
What will they give me?
nothing. Oh, and we think the first thing they offer is to cancel your donations to the world poor.
That doesn't cost them anything. Why does it have to be, you spoiled bitch?
You probably would have spent the world poor fun on chipmunks anyway. But in all seriousness, it doesn't. If this offer isn't enough, we believe they will abandon their demand that Israel be turned over to the 1947 occupants. The truth is many of the common people over there don't care that much about Israel. It's an issue largely for political posturing or posturing. I don't know. I don't speak English.
Yes, children, remember, Bhutan knows everything. It's not that many who were raised there just in a very religious society also share their belief that this is their homeland. Nope, it's just all political bullshit at this point.
Yep.
Fuck you, Bhutan. That doesn't cost them anything either. Fuck you.
True. However, we don't believe that they will yield their insistence that you remove the grounding of the terrorists. Terrorists are not universally supported over there. Indeed, there have been terrorist bombings in Saudi Arabia itself.
Imagine that.
This is almost as shocking as that talking cat movie I seen. I'm not going to tell you guys. Just give me some funnies, please.
Raptor, now is not the time for a talking cat joke.
Sorry. However, most Arabs would not want to see the end of the terrorist organizations of Western society and wealth and our amused to see the terrorists slap us in the face once in a while.
Okay, fuck this sentence. I'm sorry, Raptor, I need to interrupt for 1 minute. They are jealous of Western society and wealth and are amused to see the terrorists slap. You do realize, Bhutan, that up until maybe around, I think it was the 70s, many Middle Eastern countries were actually quite progressive and modern until the terrorists take over pushing Sharia law. And that, if given the choice, many would probably want to go back to that. Because because under this very restrictive version of the Sharia law, it is oppressive, restrictive, and very, very dangerous. Fuck Bhutan. I don't know why this chapter is really getting to me more so than the others. I think it's just just how condescending he is. Like,
Yeah.
oh, the Israelites don't really care. They'll go anywhere. Most Middle Eastern people just are jealous of the West, which is why they're okay with seeing them get bombed. Fuck you.
Mike, hello. Hello and welcome back to It's Teresa's World and we all just live in it. I came in at a great time, apparently. Sorry, I just got off a work call. No, no, it's okay, but please, say something funny. We need it right now.
I know, I'm mad. I'm upset.
My Toby voice is more frustrated than usual, in my opinion, right now.
Alright, Raptor, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh.
Please continue.
Okay. The Saudi representatives can't ignore this popular support. Please understand that Saudi Arabia is not responsible for this quagmire. Giggity giggity. This man is trying to find a way to reduce tensions. He is our friend.
Okay, that was honestly good.
Yeah. What does Prime Minister Scherzer think of all this?
I have to say real quick, now I'm picturing Blair as Toby doing a constant Glenn Quagmire impression.
Maybe if you
Do you
get
want me to
Toby
change
on
that to a
Fiverr,
Quagmire
you can
impression
get him
now?
to do an impression.
That'd be amazing. Something funny. Racism, please laugh. 69. Ligma. What do you mean, Ligma?
Don't get started again. Oh my god. And then, all the way in Britain, Cope just feels this tingling sensation that he's not quite sure what it is.
My
But he
Ligma
suddenly
sense
feels like he should be online right now.
my Ligma sense is tingling. He just like shows up in the chat. Ligma
Who's Walt Disney?
balls. Ligma balls got him.
Fun. Anyway, Prime Minister Shyster wants his people to move to the new island, but they will be safe forever
Yes, forever, because nothing says eternal
and ever
security
and ever
like an
and
island in the
never.
middle in the ocean.
Yep. It's like in Futurama when Fry and Bender go to fix the boiler. Like, there, fixed forever.
That would take away OPEC's only bargaining chip. I could ignore everything else.
We should totally get him to
Quite
do that Lycon.
Stop reading his
quite right.
comments. He's gonna keep doing them.
Anyway, quite right. However, not all Israelis are sympathetic to his wish. Many of them, the Holy Land, especially Jerusalem, is sacred, and they couldn't conceive leaving. Many have already said they will fight to the death before leaving.
Oh my god. Oh.
Give me a minute.
Lick on these nuts. Ah!
What is wrong with you, Ton?
I don't know.
Everything.
Don't these...
Use.
God, I need to make this more obnoxious. Don't these diehards have wives and kids to worry about?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Unlike you, Bhutan, you're going to die alone and miserable.
Do you really know for a fact, though, that he doesn't have a wife and kids?
Yeah.
Who would marry
A
Nolan
Karen.
Bhutan?
That's the answer.
Karen Bhutan?
You know what makes sense.
Oh, that's the whole plot. That is the big question. If there is a crisis and certain death seems imminent, will these traditionalists stay regardless of loss, or will they leave? Such questions are not decided ahead of time, but on the day of the crisis.
So in the end, whether
even
there is
matter.
a... What?
It doesn't even matter.
She had to try and lose it all, but in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Why don't you guys just tell me... Why don't you guys just be honest and tell me you want me to stop streaming with you instead of all these bullshit Instead of all this bullshit.
I'm depressed by this fucking book. I have to rip the
I'm
shit out of
watching
it.
with Kenzie.
So in the end, whether there is a crisis or not may be up to me.
No. If there's a crisis, you're causing it. He's going to appear at Bhutan's deathbed like monolith at the end of 2001.
That'd be funny.
Very funny. So sorry. Prime Minister Scheister is aware of that. Understand your power and your challenges.
What does he? What?
Sorry. Just what Macron said. I think somewhere Bhutan said he would never get married because women get old and ugly. Can't say it though, but I believe. Because
I mean, that sounds.
Ain't he just a peach?
That does kind of sound like something Bhutan said, but it could also just be Macron quoting Kobe.
Yeah.
Hello, Georgia Bence.
Yes,
Thank you for joining us.
Ooh,
let me get this straight.
hello.
She's 18, has a superpower, has any superpower she wants, actually. And has decimated a whole season because she didn't like it. And yet this superpower, Hal isn't speaking up for itself. No, it goes back and forth whether Hal is sentient or not.
So,
and
the best way
Georgia.
I can... Sorry, Raptor, hold on. The best way I can describe it is the quote from the TV tropes, because I have that pulled up, because I have the list of rules for the drinking game. Not that I don't follow, I kind of just drink when I feel like it now, which is often. But under the trope almighty idiot, this is the best way I think someone can explain Hal that isn't complete bullshit. Hal can manipulate nearly limitless amounts of matter and energy throughout the solar system and is an indestructible entity that has existed since the Big Bang. However, he is utterly mindless and acts only on survival reflex. So, apparently, it can't have anything to say for itself. He has no mouth, and yet he must suffer.
Anyway, welcome to our streams, Georgia.
Yes.
Make yourself at home, and
thank you for joining us.
Remember to watch the 14 previous streams so you can get up to date of the Theresa lore. And while you're here, why not like and subscribe to our channel
and share in our pain.
Hey guys, thanks for the shout out. I've been listening/lurking. Y'all made my day. Oh, glad to hear that.
Oh, you're very welcome. Well, thank you for joining us again.
And this one, though, this is just getting like, oh boy.
Yeah, this is a rough one. We say that every week, but this one I think is the one that has made me viscerally angry.
Yeah.
Just because of how high and mighty Bhutan is, you could just see him smugly writing this.
Very stupid survival reflex.
Yes. 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 So where do we leave off?
I don't know. That's what I'm actually. That's the positive about this one is I don't have to do a lot.
You did at the beginning, so right now it's just heavy dialogue, but I can see that changing.
Anyway, what does he want from me?
Or what does he want me to do? That was me. So you're next. He doesn't want you.
I think that's you. Okay. He doesn't want you to give anything away. Any agreement would leave danger in place indefinitely. He wants the situation to play itself out, whatever the outcome.
Danger will be in place no matter where Theresa goes.
Yep.
She's like a walking time bomb.
Do his people agree with him?
Probably not, but it's not up to them.
Doesn't sound very democratic. Have you been to the Middle East?
That's the Middle East, bastion of democracy.
Middle Eastern politician be like, no, I'm not going there. I have too much self-respect for this.
Welcome back, Cameron. And he's just waiting for Jan Struthers to return. I don't know. I've kind of lost him.
She gets mentioned every now and again, usually when there's talk of money.
Yeah. I've given up on her actually saying anything.
We'll see. We remember when we gave up and we'd given up completely, and then she appeared in that same stream.
True. Maybe
She
it'll work
appeared
again.
like at the end of a long tunnel. I was going to profound, but I lost words with.
She is the Gandalf of this book. She arrives precisely when she
When
needs
is that chance?
to.
Wait, she's basically no, she's like the boss nass of this book.
You
She's not
laughed
on, she
because I
wrong.
compared this to Lord of the Rings, and I am. It was blasphemy for me to do so.
Anyway, as I was saying, she's basically the boss nass of this book. She doesn't appear for long, but when she does, she gets maximum laughs
Hmm.
Yes.
because Jane is very funny. Like a boss nass is very funny.
Indeed.
All right, Raptor, you're up.
It is never. What can the masses do but Oh wait, hang on. I think I can do this in like a boss nass voice.
You can
Just to
try.
change things up. Okay.
Wait, you wanted to do it in a
These-
Boston voice, you said?
Boss
No,
Nass.
boss nass.
Oh.
It is never. It never is. What can these masses do but wait for turn page? These are leaders to decide. Your Congress did not decide the conduct of World War II. Neither did your President Roosevelt. These are military stranded.
Manny, you're right. We did summon him. Hello, Cove.
You're watching live streams on the bus. Well, welcome, Cobe. I'm glad you stopped in. Hope the bus ride is going well. Hope your day is going well. Forgot how the story went. Just had you guys talking out loud about putting guns to children's head. They didn't leave Israel while I was showering.
Also, Mike, glad to see you've got your scotch. The only one other than me who partakes in drinking during these streams.
She appeared like a pound shop Jesus. Speaking of things that appear just in time, got my spot. Yeah. She makes my head hurt. As an aspiring novelist, this is a prime example of how not to write. Yes, exactly.
Glad to see another fellow aspiring writer.
We са given you the unhameable the planet core. Yes, they have traveled the planet's core.
We are no like the Naboo. They think that it's too big because these are no talk like idiots like we. But we know what 2 plus 2 is, and we know that Doki Doki Panic is what Mario 2 really is.
I was having a good bus ride, but then I remember Wales exists. Oh man, I'm sorry. I hate when that
Aww.
happens. My sister lives there.
Always
I can agree
ruins your day.
My sister lives there. I can agree it's depressing.
Aww.
Well, there you have it.
Motherfuckers need to stop calling themselves aspiring. That shit is destructive. Change my mind. Fair enough. Alright, fine. Good to see another writer in the chat.
Whales exist, but with a small donation, you too can help change that. Mike, no! We're not going to be discussing that publicly.
Mike, stop trying to get us on lists.
I'm so sorry your sister has to live in Wales.
On the plus side, there's lots and lots of sheep, so she'll never be cold.
Indeed. What the fuck were we even reading?
I don't know.
I think we're at white.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I think we're at and in this case.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's what we
Okay, so yeah, it's you now, Kenzie, and in this case.
And in this case, sure has to go along with me. In any case, because you'll just curse anyone who doesn't. Are we forgetting that,
What?
Uton?
Yep. It's only remembered when it's convenient.
Mm.
White.
Great. Shirter doesn't want me to make any deal to prod his people to the new island, and it's his people's lives at stake. Everybody else wants me to make a deal to keep their oil.
Hello, Kay. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Kay.
This will still exist on
Hi,
Planet
Kay.
Theresa, considering how much everything has been fucked with.
See,
Who
guys,
knows?
threats work.
Oh, that's it. It makes a scene. It it may be that is a situation. No, I messed that up.
Squid versus Kid, Dawn of Ink.
Oh, that's it. Makes cause it as
I want a television camera in that room so I can strut around in a stupid dress again. No. I want everybody to see what's going on, but how much you want to bet their Bhutan's going to pay an uncomfortable amount of attention to what she's wearing?
Yeah, I'm still making 2017 ass jokes. Based. Sorry, I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. We know how to get you guys here.
Mostly with threats.
Yeah, I was about to say, we know how to
pizza
get
show.
you guys
And
here.
shaming you all by comparing you
Yeah.
favorably to Cam.
Yeah, we know how to get you all here. I say as Kenzie sharpens a knife.
No. What do I look like? Some stupid creepypasta character? I have my lead pipe.
You always say that you're going to stab them, though.
I know, but that's just because it sounds funny.
Okay, so Kenzie's going to stab you with a pipe.
Yes.
Yeah, but
Pizza show.
so she can strut around in some like revealing outfit and just think like, huh, bet Jack's regretting not dating me now.
Yep.
Kenzie the killer, we've been over this.
Mike, you're moving further and further up on my list.
Gonna drink whiskey when I get home. Oh.
Yes, join the drinking game.
I envy you, sir.
Mike will have another player with us.
Yeah, it's an unfair comparison. I am amazing.
Yes, you are, Kevin. You are you are the stream's favorite.
Oh, I wasn't going that far. Well, I guess the gloves are off now.
Oh yeah. Well, we got to get everyone back next week. It'll be a race to see who's the most loyal follower.
But yes, who is going to be our favorite next week? Let's find out.
Same bean time, same bean channel. Anyway, where we
will
leave
the
off?
stream be going? Probably a while.
Okay.
We've barely gotten into this chapter. So
Okay.
go ahead and grab that cider.
Oh yes, get comfortable.
I'm gonna grab a root
Okay.
beer. Oh wait, shit. No,
I think you're up.
read. Yeah. What was my young head supposed to think of all this? I mean, you don't really think. Why should I negotiate at all, since Blair and others could do the job better than I could? Then I
Did she
realized.
actually that someone was better at her than something?
No, I'm sure that she's going to say something in a sentence or two that completely turns that around.
Hmm.
Then I realized the Saudi negotiator probably thought he could get me to agree to a deal Blair and the others wouldn't like. Maybe he was right. Maybe he convinced me Blair's gang, his gang, was just.
I knew he was a blood the minute I saw him.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. I was before we started, I watched the South Park episode with Jimmy and Timmy wanting to join the Crips.
Hmm.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm staying out of this one. Uh, just looking after their own butts and didn't prioritize my interests. No, you're the one looking at your own butt, thinking, "Oh, if only Jack were here."
No, that's not what she thinks. She thinks, oh, bet you're regretting it now, Jack.
Yeah. Uh,
Bhutan, just make it clear. If Jack came and asked her back, she would immediately cheat on Steve.
yes.
Good
Blair gang, Blair
Christian
gang,
girl.
Blair gang. I don't have alcohol in hand, but I do have Pepsi. Ooh, Pepis. Perfect. So I can throw up while I'm
Yay!
drinking game. Yes. He who
And
butts.
Macaron also has a drink. Hey, we got
Excellent.
another. Mike, we got a crowd tonight. Yes.
Hey, Raptor,
Yes.
can you do some
Yes.
Boss Nass quotes while I grab a root beer?
We are not like the Nabu. They think their brains so big, but we have bigger brains. The planet. Oh.
Okay, I'm back. Oh, wait.
Be gone with them! These Gunket will be punished.
Okay, Raptor, he's back.
Oh, wait. Someone's at the door. Oh, shit. It's George Lucas. Oh, do unauthorized quotes in my films, will you? I mean, you son of a bitch.
These are no like copyright protection law. These are outdated and draconian.
Okay, Raptor.
Dude, that's honestly brilliant. Naboo, cringe. Alright, Blair and
Duncan's
Scherzer.
Quingia.
Blair and Scherzer must have been aware of these possibilities, but had no choice but to let me negotiate. I had the power. Yep, there it is. Could they do it better than me? Nah, I had the power. I talked everything over with Steve. Okay, see, no, she's not going to go. She's going to send Steve. But he understood no more about this political Chinese puzzle than I did. We arrived in
Yeah,
Geneva.
Steve. Turn in your badge.
We arrived in Geneva in the early evening and checked into a hotel. Blair didn't talk to us that night.
Oh, he's getting as sick of you as we are.
I think he knew I needed to get my mind on something else or I might become overwrought. The meeting was to begin early in the morning. I must have been the only person in the world who didn't know the name of the Saudi negotiator I was going to meet. I hadn't paid attention.
You whore! That's the wrong word, but it was the first one that just came to my mind.
I mean, it's accurate.
I hate this bitch. Like, this is apparently a big deal because you won't shut the fuck up about it. This is apparently enough to get its own goddamn chapter. I'm gonna take a big drink for this chapter because I know it's gonna be pointless. But you didn't even bother to learn his name.
It didn't matter to me what his name was. And to be honest, what he had to say didn't matter much to me either, unless he was prepared to give up all his demands. Okay, see, now we're getting back into threat mode. As we drove to the building where the meeting would take place, I had three thoughts in mind. You have never had more than a single thought running through your head at a time.
She must be getting a terrible headache.
Blair and most of the world wanted the oil from my island at giveaway prices. Scherzer wanted the Israelis on the new North Atlantic island where they live better than they ever had since Abraham. Wow.
I'm sorry, you have to read that last point.
And the poor Israelis themselves didn't know.
Allow me to just say this one more time. Bhutan, kindly go fuck yourself. You okay there, buddy?
Nope, 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 nope.
Well, you're in good company.
Oh, I'm pretty sure my brain is just scrambled eggs at this point.
That sounds delicious.
Uh, Theresa needs to resign. Ah!
Mike, shut the fuck up.
God, he'll now go to pun jail.
He already did. I just saw the message.
Yes. Theresa. Oh.
Notice how he only starts making puns once K shows up. Before it was only Ligma-esque jokes.
It's true.
Because K's the only one who keeps count.
Did he ever write another book? God, I hope not.
Not that we know of.
Those scrambled
And
eggs are still smarter than Theresa.
it'll be better that way.
I'm pretty sure not, because with all the plugging he tries to do and the hype he tries to make around Theresa, he would also be doing the same thing with any other book he made.
Yeah. Steve and I walked into the building accompanied by Blair and his 6 advisors. Oh, his advisors now, not his gang.
Just a whole bunch of people who look like Jafar.
Steve carried
They're carrying staffs, and Blair's eyes are suspiciously red.
Jesus. Steve carried a large manila envelope. There were far more people inside.
I want Cove and Toby to recreate the scene between Jafar and the Sultan where he's like, "You will order the princess to marry me. I will order the princess to..." But you're so old.
I want Toby to be Jafar and Kobe like, fuck that, I ain't no simp.
No, I want Toby to be the Sultan.
Okay.
Because he's Blair, remember?
Oh, yeah. I estimate there were over 100 representatives from many countries. Spencer was there keeping a careful eye on him. Poor man. He was powerless to affect events. I mean, is Bhutan trying to be like the next Cartman with his hatred of Jews? I heard vanilla envelope for just a moment.
Yep.
Blair asked me.
What is your final strategy?
I can't answer that because my strategy depends on the common people to hear it from me first. As I see it, we're dealing with two groups. One is the government of OPEC. The other is the terrorists and the people who support them. But not all the people support the terrorists. This Saudi has two groups to deal with too. Us and the terrorists. Somehow? What?
Just like these lines of Teresa's, I'm just imagining like toddler music playing. It's just so simplified.
Somehow he has to keep everybody happy while some of his people are working against him. I'll deal with the government and forget about the terrorists. I have a surprise. Every time you have a little surprise, it ends with a world-ending disaster.
I'm just picturing Teresa wearing a diaper with a pacifier and a rattle.
Don't. That's people's kinks nowadays. People get the wrong impression.
Um, if you'll excuse me, I need to go slam my head in the fridge door.
I don't blame you.
This was all very mysterious to everybody who heard it. But my intention was that it get back to the Saudi negotiator so that he'd know I had a surprise for him.
Uh-oh, I broke Mike.
You might have gone off about this already, but Theresa knows there's not just one group called terrorists, right? Right? No, 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 not that. I'd rather hear about her chipmunks. Oh, chipmunks. Manny, no. All terrorists are a single-minded entity, right?
Oh yeah, Al Qaeda, ISIS, totally the same thing.
It would make him listen instead of snowballing me. Okay. Actually, with all this terrorists, I'm picturing Theresa as George Bush.
I can't
Television.
change up. I've committed to chills now. As
Mike,
tempting as it is to try and do a George Bush impression.
Mike melted. I'll fix it. Television camera showed the meeting room. A 50-year-old woman was seated at the end of a table like she was the chairwoman of a corporate board. She was the neutral Swiss official here. Check my virtue or something. Two chairs on either side of the table had been drawn back. That's where I and the Saudi would. That's where I and the Saudi would sit.
It's almost as if not learning to learn his name was incredibly disrespectful and suspiciously racist.
Yep. I guess we start throwing knives at each other. What? What? What are you talking about? The Swiss woman was supposed to throw her body between us. No!
That's not what a mediator does.
You would be searching for weapons anyway.
Can we?
An official appeared and said it was time for the meeting to begin.
Good luck.
Said Steve, handing me the manila envelope. I followed the official out. I followed the official out to the meeting room door where the Saudi negotiator waited. Barely glanced at the Saudi.
Okay, now we went from suspiciously possibly racist to now she's just racist.
Yep. Yeah, I'm afraid to keep reading. Like, I'm afraid that it's just gonna start calling him like some Middle Eastern slur. Uh, walked into the room together. Walked around the Swiss woman to take the farthest seat, and I sat in the nearest. I opened.
Can't clean this mess up fast if I speak first.
Is this a diplomatic conference or a WWE? Please, he said with a smile and a hand signal inviting me to go ahead. He must have heard I had a surprise for him. You could see my mysterious manila envelope.
Why? Does he have a
Racist.
stupid, weird alien superpower thing too? How would he know? This mess was started by the organization, and you had to go along like a baseball team is expected to clear the dugout and run on the field when two players start a fight. But your heart wasn't in it. The only two players fighting are me and the organization. Sorry. Start choking on my own spit. You're here to calm things down. I understand that and appreciate you calling this meeting, even though I refuse to learn your name or barely look at you.
Real quick, I love Kay's comment here. It's both. Here comes Theresa with a chair.
I almost spat out my drink. I just want to picture that.
Yeah, Steve just saying there, the chair, the chair. Get him. Just to be clear,
Oh,
I'm
God.
drinking, but I'm not obeying the rules. This entire chapter is one long drink. That's not inaccurate.
We've kind of just thrown out the drinking game rules. Like, I know we still have them posted, but
It's a formality.
yeah, at this point, it's just whenever you're annoyed, just take a drink.
Yeah. Oh,
And
I just hit my.
not me encouraging you to destroy your own liver, but
Okay.
just drink just drink responsibly.
You want to know how bad this chapter is?
Hmm.
I just accidentally banged my knee against my desk, and I'm enjoying it more than the chapter.
Nice. Your oil will run out in 40 years, and then what will you have? Let's not talk about oil today. I have a fabulous treasure that will last you forever, that will make your people richer than they ever dreamed of, that I will be glad to give you free if there's no attack on Israel.
Being responsible. Yeah, that scene in Civil War where they bombed the UN during a meeting. I don't know why, but I'm suddenly having fond memories of it. More a set of guidelines than actual rules, Captain Barbossa. I wasn't being extemporaneous. Every word and gesture was carefully planned. He knew I had a bombshell and waited. Damn man, I hope you bought it dinner. Shut up, Mike! No, please don't. I love your comments. I opened the manila envelope and took out a pile of computer printouts. Wait. Okay, Bhutan once again showing his age. These computer printouts.
Let's take a tour around the Mediterranean. Here's the desert of Algeria. Could you pass him this, please?
I slid a picture of the desert towards the Swiss woman, passed to the Saudi. The table was 6 feet wide, and I didn't want to make paper airplane. The table was 6 feet wide, and I didn't want to make paper airplanes. Fucking infant. Saudi glanced at the picture.
Fucking ask him his name!
This is just Bhutan. Like, I didn't want to look up a Saudi Arabian name.
The desert of Libya.
I said, passing another picture.
The desert of Egypt. The desert of Iraq. The desert of Iran. The worst of all, your own Saudi Arabian desert. Not even bacteria grow there.
There it is. She can't just leave anything alone, can she? No, she really can't.
You condescending bitch.
He was particularly interested in that picture.
Your countries are all desert because the land is flat. You don't have mountains to make the air rise up and cool off. The air stays hot enough to evaporate rain before it hits the ground. You're all crowded in cities on the coast, and the desert starts a few miles away. Now let's take a look at Europe.
God. Background, just tons of ellipses. What? I passed a beautiful picture of the Italian Alps.
This really isn't being subtle anymore, is it?
No.
Raptor, are you uncomfortable?
Yeah.
It's okay, so are we.
I think
Italy.
an Iron Maiden would be more comfortable right now. And a picture.
Oh, hey, look, Woody's here.
Hello, Rudy.
Hi, Rudy.
And a picture of the French Alps.
France.
So now France is okay, huh? And the Swiss mountains.
Switzerland. Some of their ski resorts stay open 12 months a year.
And they possibly see hunts there.
Even Switzerland doesn't deserve to be in this book. No country deserves to be in this book.
And Austria's mountains.
Austria.
And the beautiful hills of Germany. Tiny villages surrounded by vast areas of green grass and trees.
Oh, of course he pays enough more attention to Germany. While also in the same chapter as talking about moving Jews.
And earlier he was talking of China.
Oh, Bhutan.
This seems kind of sus. Well,
you are so subtle as a brick being hit in your face. Germany.
That was the end of my tour.
The land around the mountains I can rise in your country will be below sea level. It will become freshwater lakes. I will give you all the mountains you want if there's no military attack on Israel. I've been told you have no control of the terrorists. They even attack you. I don't see how we can talk about the other issues until some future time. Let's give the terrorists and the people a chance to prove they can behave. Oh my god. Ton, you don't understand people at all.
Yeah, just let the religious fanatics show that they can behave. I'm sure that'll end well.
You know, it just occurred to me. This guy, I think, has about the same level of understanding of human nature as Tommy Wiseau. I know that seems like an extreme comparison, but I have to say it.
Yeah.
What you have to worry about is what the little shopkeeper with a wife and 4 kids to feed wants for the future. They have desert. I can give them France.
All right,
Yeah,
I have
because
to read Macron's comment here. 1. The Middle East does have mountains. 2. Has Bhutan heard of the Midwest? Pretty sure you can stand on a bucket in Kansas and fucking see the whole state, and they have rain.
yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to do with how flat the land is. It has to do with geographical location.
Yeah. And they're terrorists, not toddlers. Yeah, seriously. Uh,
Don't talk about Tommy Wiseau like this. Honest, honestly, agreed.
I want him
Even
to
Tommy
show
Wiseau
up.
isn't this
I,
out of.
I want him to show up as a vampire in his flying car.
Really sorry, but I don't like Tommy Wiseau either. I have a pretty low opinion of him actually. Like, I've read Disaster Artist. He seems as just a big an asshole as Norman Boutin.
Yeah. Did he get the message? I thought so, and walked out of the room to rejoin Steve, Blair, Schertzer, and all the others. Did they say you were dismissed? Blair
Did
said,
So you just thought he got the message, so you didn't even wait for him to reply. He maybe negotiate. You're just okay. Now I'm done here.
I'm sorry, but you used the word. And since we're doing Star Wars. Ah, yes, the negotiator. Blair
Very
said,
clever idea.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, Kenzie, please read this line.
I can't do a Brando impression. I want to, but I can't.
Oh, that's okay.
I made him an offer he can't refuse.
No, you didn't! You did not, you fucking liar!
Right now, he must be figuring out those mountains are 10 times as valuable as oil.
No, not even close.
95% of his land is totally useless desert. I can give him France. What is your obsession with giving France to the Middle East?
He wants France to
God,
die.
you had a unpleasant you not even you didn't even have an unpleasant experience in France. You turned your nose up at everything in Paris once, and now you just are like, throw the whole country away. He can't risk losing that.
Hmm. Hmm. Very interesting. Isa didn't say anything.
I didn't give him the chance. No, didn't say that, but it's true. He got the message. I could see it in his eyes. The message is I can raise lands and I can lower it too. Look what I did to Antarctica.
What, destroy it? Blair rolled his eyes.
No wonder Jesus said nothing.
Steve said,
She.
Yes, she is.
yes.
I don't understand why that was a joke.
We all laughed.
I hope he was being completely sincere.
I do too.
Ho, 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 ho.
I wasn't giving away any
Very fun.
secrets. It would only be a matter of minutes before the media figured out I could lower OPEC's land. It was reasonable to think I would only do this if there was a governmental military attack against Israel. I
Hang
said that
on. Rudy says Tommy Wiseau didn't write Empress Theresa, so he gets up 1 point in this. Yeah, but he also did terrorize Greg Sestero for pretty much most of his adult life. And you cannot convince me that Greg does not have Stockholm Syndrome for Tommy Wiseau.
And he did make that awful sitcom. Like a... What was it called again? The freaking...
I know what you're talking about. I don't remember what it was called, but that was him then trying to be funny, and it just was so cringy.
Yep.
I mean, we does have a point. The Boom is much funnier than like Empress Theresa.
I had said
you
that
know
the OPEC
right?
governments didn't control the terrorists, so they didn't have to panic about what I'd do in case terrorists attacked on their own without the government backing them.
Rudy says, but he didn't write Empress Theresa.
Okay.
Yes, but he, as far as we know,
Let's
Norma
get on with it.
Bouton didn't hold anyone financially captive. Look, I just don't like Tommy Wiseau, okay? Everyone's like, oh, what a
let's just
cute...
get on with it.
He's a cute little walking meme. No, he's objectively a bad person.
Mic off.
Sorry.
But the Boom is a lot of fun to watch. Unlike Empress Theresa, which is just pain.
Mic on.
I'm making a point here.
I think Manny's upset with us. Let's just let him read.
We done now?
We're waiting for you!
Alright. Carbon, if that's what it was, arrived from the sun. It was an 82-mile wide red hot ball. I gently nudged it into orbit 5,000 miles up. Scientists pointed out that because of its size, it would stay red hot for centuries. To see if it was diamonds or just carbon, I programmed Hal to grab a small handful of the stuff and bring it down to a wide field on a British Army base. There were diamonds, a 300 feet high and 800 feet wide pile of them.
Uh-oh, now you gonna ruin the diamond industry.
Not the diamonds. Oh no.
So let's just destroy more of
no.
the economy.
The jewelry industry was thrown into a panic until it was realized women would buy 100 times as many diamonds as before because of the cheaper price. A box of the diamonds was delivered to me. They were uncut stones from a quarter-inch to 3/4 of an inch wide in all kinds of shapes and rather dull in their raw condition, but it was still a thrill to hold a handful. Reports came in that diamonds as large as 3 inches wide were being found. Officials were seizing these giants until it could be decided what to do with them. Laying these monsters out in the open would cause chaos in the jewelry business.
It doesn't just affect the jewelry business. You idiot.
I went to work on the gigantic orbiting ball of diamonds. On the middle of the leading side of this ball, a thin stream of diamonds advanced ahead at 300 miles an hour. Released from the giant red hot ball, these diamonds rapidly cooled off and sparkled. The thin stream stretched out in front of the ball and assumed its own slightly higher orbit. Nobody noticed the stream for an hour until it and the giant ball orbited around Earth's sun side and headed back to the shadow side. At that point, the thin diamond stream reflected sunlight to the Earth's dark side. Wildlife used to settling in at dusk were stirred up by the unexpected light. People living in the country far from city lights were the first to notice light from the thin diamond stream. The news flashed through the electronic media.
Now what's she doing?
said President Stinson to her staff.
I'd like to think she's just really irritated at this point.
In 95 minutes, the ball and stream complex came around the corner of the world again, this time giving off much more light. Everybody saw what I was doing. I was illuminating the darkness of night.
Oh my god.
What?
She mentioned that
What?
before, remember?
What? 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 Don't get rid of night.
Bouton,
I need to sleep.
you idiot. You know that too much sunlight can be a bad thing, right?
You're gonna destroy this. You're gonna destroy like basically every single nocturnal mammal ever because there's too much. As they get up at night, do this shit,
So
and since it's too bright, it's just gonna hurt their eyes. You're gonna cause them owls to go blind, Norman. What the fuck, man? Fuck.
also using diamonds that okay, so essentially I'm pretty sure it was implied that they were cut and or polished or something, that they were sparkling so they could give off the light. That's going to mean that there's magnified streams of light onto the earth that will inevitably set fires. It's the same principle as holding a magnifying glass to the earth.
Why do you want to destroy us, Theresa? Why? Why? What have we done to you? Please, mercy, mercy. Please.
Raptor, it's okay. It's not real.
It's not okay.
I know, but still, this is so irritating. And she's gonna kill the owls too. I like owls.
And yeah, Macaron has a good point. Rest in peace, nocturnal animals.
How are the owls gonna hunt? How is the kakapo gonna get his food? That's a nocturnal mammal too.
Annie, are you okay?
Oh.
Guys, send us some virtual hugs.
No.
We need them.
Not.
I need a hug.
I need hug.
I don't need to understand science. The reader will be so dazzled by Theresa that they'll forget to fact check me. Time, probably. Rest in peace, stargazing. Rest in peace, my sanity. Rest in peace, nocturnal animals. Yep. $5 days to form a complete.
Hang on,
dream.
Mike just got off of a not so fun work call. What the hell did I miss? So Mike, she did it again. She eliminated something that's actually very necessary. This time, night. She got rid of nighttime. I'm just gonna let that settle in for a second. Thank you guys for hugs. Aw,
Thank you.
Rudy's such a good friend. They're especially giving one to you, Manny.
Fuck off.
I'm
Embrace
gonna
it.
give you a special.
Embrace it.
Never.
I'm gonna give you a special hug too, because we need to stick together for this. Because we're both at war
Aw,
with this book.
Macron Cats just jumped up. She's worried about us. Thank you.
Thank you, Kitty.
We give your cat some pets for us. Your cat deserves some nice pets. Blackout
Pet.
curtains for everyone. I hope they're not expensive. Do you want me to take over for a little bit, Manny? You seem wiped.
Yes, please. And yes, Mike, please do that. I need that. I need unsea juice.
It took 5 days to form a complete ring. Even before that, the partial ring was putting out enough light so that people could read a newspaper outdoors at 2 o'clock in the morning when the partial ring was in the right position. The world would have many changes to get used to. Yes, because if there's one thing that the entire world is very susceptible to, is accepting change.
I know I can
Crime
accept
would go
change.
down as
Most change
criminals.
is the key.
Crime would go down as criminals lost the cover of darkness. There's plenty of crimes that take place during the daytime. Everybody was joyful at the prospect of having 24-hour daylight. No, they were not.
I'm not.
Plenty of people prefer the nighttime to daylight.
I know I prefer the nighttime. The nighttime's pretty cool.
Mike,
cool.
she got rid of night by creating a
It's
circle
dark.
of diamonds
It brings out some good
around
aesthetics.
Earth to reflect sunlight.
And I already just got through explaining how that reflection would just cause mass destruction in fires.
Okay, idea for Empress Theresa miniseries. Instead of using like the diamond ring to get rid of nighttime, this is basically like her space laser Death Star
We're losing you a
thing
bit,
that she
Raptor.
uses to destroy all who oppose her. Sorry. Basically, the diamond ring is basically like her space laser Death Star thing that she uses to destroy all opposition. Like a group of anti-Theresa protesters, they get zapped by the diamond laser. It'll be very scary and horrifying and intense, and will probably eat up the budget.
Manny, now that I look at the picture you made for this stream, like I know you were meant it to be a funny, but now it's accurate. That is what the world would look like in this case.
Yep. Stitching on my shirt is so interesting.
This is what you're focusing on now?
I mean, that's not going to melt my brain like this book is doing.
Fair. There was plenty of diamond left in the red ball, so I continued generating the diamond stream, adding to what was already in place. The diamond ring gave off many times the light of a full moon, not enough to play a baseball game without electric lighting, but more than enough to walk around without stumbling on something. Friends could easily recognize each other from 100 yards away. It was truly a new world. Rudy
new
says, if
terrible
anything,
world.
crime would go up because people couldn't sleep and become angry and irrational. Maybe. But also, I just thought of this. Wasn't there a serial killer called the Midnight Sun serial killer? It was in Alaska or something where there is 24-hour daylight during a certain time of year, and that was when he went on a rampage.
Yep.
I'm not saying this is going to happen everywhere, but I'm just saying darkness does not stop crime. Or darkness does not.
They also did a movie about that with I don't remember who it was, but he was in Alaska when it was the month of straight daylight, and it turned out that the murderer he was tracking down was played by Robin Williams.
Was it
really,
good?
Not really. It
No.
was really bizarre. Like
I miss
gray-haired Robin Williams shows up. He's like, "Yes, I murdered them."
I miss Robin Williams now. I'm sad now.
Yeah, we do. We all do. There was still another project related to the resettling of Israel, of the Israelis. Stop with the projects, you're gonna kill us all. Along the shores of the Antarctic, where nobody was around to watch, I did experiments in rising water up into the air until I developed the exact technique I needed. This was for the big surprise. Oh god, it's all in caps too. So this means that we are so screwed. The project was so secret, I didn't even tell Schertzer and Blair. Guys, the Earth is fucked.
Why would you
Oh
tell your little toadies
no.
anything?
Oh fuck no. Oh fuck. Oh god. I know fuck. Oh fuck. Oh god. Oh fuck.
Raptor, it's okay. It's not real. It's just a story.
Fuck no. Oh god. I know.
Raptor, it's just a book.
This is still it. And wait, I'm
Stay
still
with
angry.
Oil exploration was on what was being called Theresa's Island continued to be successful. Ugh. It was believed there were 45 trillion easily accessible barrels of oil there. My credit rating must have been good. Shut the fuck up. 4 months after I had raised the oil island, tanker ships were being filled with oil using underwater pipelines leading out to the ships anchored half a mile offshore. God, this is riveting. The race was on to see which company would get its ships home first, and not surprising, it looked like ExxonMobil would win. The 200... What?
That's because all these oil companies have such great reputations.
Hmm. It looks like BP is in last place because it's too busy spilling all the oil.
Macron says, "Oh no, I know what's coming."
What do you know?
I'd say almost all bank robberies happen in broad daylight. When the bank's open. Yeah.
Yeah. The
Like
210...
this one from Cameron. Many times the light of the full moon. Did you mean the sun?
The 210,000-ton Exxon Maria was filled with millions of gallons of crude oil and set sail for New Jersey. Oh God, don't mention my state.
You wouldn't understand. It's a Jersey thing.
Shut the fuck up. The crews on oil tankers were surprisingly small. It only took one person to drive them over the open sea. With various functions on the ship, cooking, laundry, maintenance, and sleeping shifts, the Exxon Maria had a crew of 27 men. Okay, I know we don't really follow the rules of the drinking game more, but that was so pointless that I just have to have a drink just to numb my confusion.
Dribble. This is all just dribble. This is all just pan filler. This is all just pan filler. This is all just shit. This looks shit. That's what I'm trying to say here.
The Exxon Maria approached Jersey shores at a 55-foot sports fisherman's powered boat headed straight for the tanker's side at high speed. The boat hit the tanker with a titanic explosion.
What?
The flash momentarily hid half the tanker's length. Flaming oil poured out of a 60-foot wide hole in the tanker's side. Burning oil spread out all over the ocean. The heat was so intense, other pleasure boats in the vicinity had to back off half a mile. A black cloud of smoke obscured much of the disastrous scene, but flames could be seen. In only 19 minutes, the giant tanker sank out of sight.
What the fuck
Wow.
just happened?
Oh, what a cliffhanger, guys. I cannot wait for next week. Away. Hey, this book shit. Uh, uh, uh,
Well,
Hmm.
so an oil tanker was destroyed on the Jersey Shore. How many wild snookies were killed in that oil spill?
You really don't have any current material on Jersey, do you?
Nothing happens.
Yes, and we like to keep it that way.
The pain in your voices.
yes. I'm in pain right now.
Mm.
I'm in.
I want the Jersey Devil to just fly out of the pine barrens and rip Theresa apart.
Again, I know we do say this every week. This was the worst chapter we've read.
It was.
Like, this one was just so tasteless and very blatant in...
Yeah, like, you realize we weren't able to make like a single like haha racism joke? Because Bhutan was doing his racism just went from 0 to 100.
And you know what the worst part about it is? It's not even the blatant kind of racism where we could at least uncomfortably laugh at just how awful this
yeah, like-
person is being. It's the kind where you just know he is very racist, but he doesn't think he is.
Yeah.
He is just so very incredibly ignorant.
One thing that boiled up nicely. I mean, I don't know. Nukes seem pretty inefficient in this world. All you need is a trash bag and some empty Coke bottles.
Yep.
Dead goddamn silence after that was relatable. Picture is
Cameron,
very
that
fitting.
picture is very fitting now. The ocean is on fire, and the land is on fire because of the diamonds in the sky.
And,
Oh, God.
Speaking of Jersey, a line from Carl. Those clouds on fire?
Guys, did you think Rihanna read Empress Theresa? We're beautiful, like diamonds in the sky.
Maybe John Lennon read Theresa. That's why he wrote Sky with Diamonds.
Actually, Paul
But, he had to
McCartney
change
wrote
the
Lucy in the
name.
Sky with Diamonds.
Damn, both of you.
Well, anyway, maybe Paul read Empress Theresa, and that's why he wrote Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. But he had to change the name to like a Lucy because Noam Bhutan didn't want to
Well, thankfully, this
share
was
royalties with Paul
before.
McCartney because no one hates Paul McCartney.
This was thankfully before Theresa was even a glint in Norman Bhutan's eye.
Yeah.
However, we can speculate about Rihanna all we want. Wow, this chapter really kicked your ass, didn't it, Manny?
Yep.
Yeah, this was upsetting.
I kicked my ass. Like I wasn't even able to make any real funnies.
Like
I just felt really uncomfortable.
Like, I'm trying to make jokes now, but throughout most of it, I was legitimately angry at what just a condescending lump of flesh Bhutan is.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Still, it's impressive that he's able to lower the bar each time. Like,
I should have known it was going to get worse right when we had like the sea bridge coming up for the Israelis.
Nothing could have prepared us for this.
Especially the line, the poor little Israelis didn't know what they wanted.
That was infuriating.
Yeah.
And just the blatant disregard for the Saudi Arabian diplomat.
Oh, you mean the Saudi? The guy
Yeah,
whose name we never learned?
It is just baffling the amount of disrespect and disregard Norman Bhutan holds for people.
Yep, except for the one he sees in the mirror.
Uh-huh.
I mean, oh.
No, Mike.
And what?
Read his newest comment. Not out loud.
You imagine
Nope.
actually trying to pitch
Don't.
this at SOCON? What's SOCON?
Why? I'm already in a bad mood.
Because I think we should find this guy. Raptor?
Suck on these nuts!
Alright, calm down, Raptor. It sounds like you're dying.
Dying.
Mike has a good point. Even if he was literally... Alright, Raptor. Raptor.
I think he's really laughing, though.
I don't think so. Mike has a good point. Even if he was literally a member of the Saudi family, it's still inexcusable.
Oh, God.
Very funny. I give it a 7 out of 10. Good joke.
Perfect form.
Are we gonna? Is this gonna summon Kobe again?
I hope so.
I can't believe he actually showed. Like he actually showed up.
Yeah, that was
Kenzie,
amazing.
you said it wasn't
No,
real.
we're not quoting that movie.
You said it wasn't real. It isn't real. The story itself isn't real, but what the
Don't-
words really say really reflects Norman Bouton's feelings for people. And I legitimately think he is this very ignorant and very xenophobic person and but does not realize it. And honestly, I think that's even worse.
Don't think it. Don't say it.
No.
Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't think it.
Legitimately
Don't
one
say
of the
it.
worst movies
Don't
I've
think
ever
it.
seen.
Don't say it. Don't think it. 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 Don't say it.
You get it,
People,
Raptor.
man. Mm. I was gonna make like a Theresa joke, but I didn't care. I'm just going to tell you. I need to make as many funnies as possible. Hey, you know what's funny?
69.
Yes. 69. A very funny number.
Funny sex number.
Kaylin summed it up very well. The story isn't real, but our anger is very real.
Pee pee poo poo man.
Yeah.
That would be a better
Yes.
movie.
Oh, hey, look.
Boy.
One of the chats, one of the messages in our chat was sent on at 4 o'clock, and at 4:20 o'clock. My point is 4:20.
Ah,
The other funny, the funny read number.
not mad, just okay, baby, I'm emotional. Right there with you, Cameron. Right there
Yeah.
with you.
And you guys are just listening to us read it. Imagine actually seeing these words on paper or on the screen, like in the case of Manny and I.
Mm-hmm. You know,
And
like how I said, like Bhutan looking in the mirror. He's probably like just like fucking Ed Warren. You know, the scammers about the whole Amityville thing.
yeah.
Like he probably looks in the mirror and sees himself as like tall, muscular, like a full head of hair. Because
I mean,
literally,
I'm still gonna see the third Conjuring movie though.
like literally, Ed Warren was like a short, obese, balding man. But he's
Oh,
like,
I know what he looked like.
yeah, it's like, no, but in these books, you have to describe me as tall, muscular, full head of hair, and well endowed. I'm not making up that last part either. He's,
Mm,
the contract said that the book had to mention that.
I'm still gonna see the Conjuring 3 though.
Why are you torturing yourself?
I like the Conjuring movies.
Oh
I
my.
don't like the spin-offs.
More like
All the
the pee pee poo pooing.
I don't bother watching the spin-offs because I know those are shit. But and look, I know they're not. None of them are true. I still thought the first two Conjurings were objectively good horror movies.
We'll have to agree to disagree. Paranormal
Rudy
Tribute.
says.
No, I am never going back to that place.
Rudy says. Bhutan wrote this, looked at this, read it again, said to himself, "Hey, it's fine." Yep.
Yeah.
Mike asks, "Paranormal stream too?"
Yeah, I already said I'm never going back there.
Uh,
Uh,
maybe I'll do one. Maybe I'll do a stream one day on it.
I'm not making a joke. My foot's been good.
What?
We're talking to you, too.
What did you say?
Me?
Yeah.
My foot's bugged.
Oh,
What do you think I said?
I didn't know. I just heard my foot's.
No, I meant my throat.
Oh,
My,
so I didn't hear what you said.
my, I think that one laughing got to me too much.
Well, it was an epic laugh.
Yes.
Uh,
Cameron asks, paranormal stream 2 on Kenzie's channel? Maybe. I know next to nothing about streaming. I would have to figure a lot before I can even think of starting anything on my channel. I would like to start making my own videos, though. So let's just chalk up any future videos on my channel to a maybe.
hi.
I will be streaming tomorrow with Rudy, though.
Ooh.
We've been planning a little something behind the scenes.
All right. Well,
So that'll be
maybe
fun.
next.
What were you saying?
I don't know what's going to happen next week.
Wouldn't the Earth be thrown off its axis by everything that Theresa's doing? Well, Georgia, that, for all we know, you might have just unintentionally gave away something in a future chapter. I don't know, but I won't be surprised. Like, I think I would not be surprised if eventually Theresa's like, you know what, we should be closer to the sun, and then like somehow is able to move the Earth and like switch places with Mars or some shit.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Kenzie and you personally will be called a simp. Ooh, what you streaming? I don't know if Rudy wants me to give it away, so I won't. Rudy, if you would like to announce. Okay, Rudy says it's a surprise, so we'll surprise you tomorrow. I'm sorry,
Right.
Rudy, if you didn't even want me to give away that we're streaming tomorrow.
I'm dying.
Don't die. Please.
You must live,
I
son.
feel my health deteriorating as we speak.
Fight, Raptor. Remember, you're the last living dinosaur.
I am not dying anymore.
Good.
I think Mike's setting me up for something.
Good. I need it.
All right, I'll play your games.
Master Rep, you can't die.
Oh, I think he wants me to type something in chat so people know where to go to for my channel, maybe.
You know what would make a great ending for this book? What?
Burning it?
Great ending.
Burning it?
I can't do that.
Yeah, Manny and I can't do that, but Raptor can, and he can film it.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm probably gonna put my book after the stream is done. I mean, stream series, that is. Like, once we finish, this book is going into hell.
Yeah, Mike was trying to be lazy. Raptor, please don't die. I can report you, but I won't. Do it!
Thank you, Mike. Thank you.
Imagine surviving from the Cretaceous period in 2021 only to be killed by the book Empress Theresa.
Oh, God.
Nope.
Imagine that being written on your tombstone.
It is an embarrassing death and an embarrassing end to the non-avian dinosaurs.
Yes.
You could have anything written on your tombstone. What would it be?
Okay, so Kay's ending for the book is if Bhutan admitted he was racist and provided an address to write to for a refund plus an apology letter.
You would never do that.
No.
Anyway,
He literally thinks his story is flawless.
Actually, let the people know what we're doing tomorrow,
We can
Kenzie. That
discuss it
way
on
they'll have
Discord.
so many questions that need to be answered.
It can be discussed on Discord.
Well, just really
Anyway.
quick. We'll be discussing conspiracy theories related to Stephen King.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Even I don't know
Nice.
what these are, so I'm very excited.
Okay, anyway, I'll have on my tombstone. Gamers don't die; they just respawn.
Nice.
Well, only with some other like cringy game online.
I don't know.
What about you, Manny?
What?
What would you have written on your tombstone? You have to breathe.
Fuck, it just tossed me in the woods or something.
Jesus.
Alright. Well, I think that's a good place to call it. So, I'll talk to you guys later.
Well, you're not going to do same bean time, same bean channel?